check. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
KJ6TYL, Charlie Mike 96.
Again?
KJ6TYL, Charlie Mike 96.
Are you running the 10-meter net?
Oh no, I gotta get on that. I gotta get on my computer deal and look it up on the email.
Maybe the net's gonna get started.
Well, you got 30 minutes to find out if you're doing it or not.
Oh my God. I think we can figure this thing out. Oh, there we go. Yeah. June 11th. Oh, I'm thinking that's not the right one. Oh, I know what happened. Send it to the iCloud email instead of my Google.
Oh, they just got to make things complicated, don't they?
Yeah, you know, I get it.
711, K6MI.
Hi, John.
Stronger tonight.
Yeah. I'm also running like 10 times as much power as I run on the other band.
Yeah, I was surprised last night, but I had bigger fish to fry.
Oh yeah, the important thing is we got your name on the list.
Yeah, I still have to set up 220 again, at least by next Monday.
Yeah, I think the solution is you just need more radios.
Yeah, there you go. I agree.
Yeah, I took my 7300 up to field day as a backup. We were using another 7300, and I kind of wish I would have just left it at home because we didn't need it. But of course, I had to rip it out of the closet and put it all back in. So, but if I didn't have the backup rig, we would have needed it.
Right. Yeah, I had to rip out one of the K3s to take on field day and bring it back and get it all hooked up again.
Yeah, make sure everything gets plugged back in correctly.
I'm still fighting it a little.
As long as it's not like that one time when we found the USB cable behind your desk.
Yeah. Well, I still have occasional problems with the computer talking to the radio, but I always check the cables now.
Very good. Well, Ron's over there trying to figure out if he has to cover the 10-meter net or not.
Okay, I checked into the CW part already.
KN6SRR.
Hey, Rob.
Turn on your amp, Rob.
Yeah, hi, John. Yeah, I just did there, Aaron. Anybody else in here?
Yeah, Mike was whistling.
Well, I was, but I didn't get any power output.
Yeah, I heard the old whistle there. There's a fire not too far from Frank's. I wonder if he knows about it.
Yeah, it's already out.
Okay, that's good.
Trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, maybe if I turned on the DC to the amplifier, that would help.
Yeah, I was about to say, Mike, you weren't too strong down here. Anyway.
There we go.
So, Rob, we got Ron over there in Kerman, and John and myself. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100, who just gave me a sugar-free popsicle, so I'm going to eat that. K6USY.
Okay, Aaron. Yeah, the only one they didn't have was Ron, so we got him 109.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982 here.
I Okay, 982.
Kilo 6 Victor Bravo Golf, 971.
Well, you survived the fire, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's right above downtown.
We had one over here, too.
Well, yeah, that was the 10-acre one in Corsica.
Right on Road 415 and City View Drive. And it caught a truck caught on fire and it caught the hill on fire.
Yep, and they called it the pickup fire.
Yeah.
How in the hell does a truck catch on fire? I mean, the cars all over the world, and there are not that many fires in vehicles. What the hell is that all about?
Must have been electrical, Mike.
An electrical truck?
Yeah, they make some of them, but that's a good way to blame it on them. Those darn batteries, LiPo batteries, always cause issues.
Well, I know it was Trump's fault. That's a foregone conclusion.
KC5, DTU, 712 is here.
Oh, hi there, KC5. What do you know about Epstein?
I've been saying for years he's alive.
Well, I don't think so. They all say he's dead, but he still committed suicide.
That explains the missing minute from the video and the changing of the camera.
The changes of the what?
Of the camera angle.
Yeah.
I still have a ball for you, so we're going to have to make some arrangement for me to get it up to you.
Well, you can bring it up or drop it at the plant, whichever's easiest. You don't have to worry about it. I don't desperately need it.
Okay, well, I was thinking maybe another trip up.
Well, that wouldn't break my heart.
Okay, well, we'll see. Tomorrow I'm committed in most of the day, so we'll see about Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be fine. What's the deal on this 6-meter antenna? You never did get very strong the other night. Something's still wrong.
I don't know. I changed the balun out and didn't change anything else. The only thing I could think of is you were pointing north instead of south.
But are you getting any power into it? How's the match?
It says I've got a less than 1.5 SWR.
I'll be darned. You sure you had it up off the ground when you tested with it the other night? It sounded like it was laying on the ground pointed south.
Negative. It's back. I put it in the same place. Maybe I was holding my mouth different or something. Hi. But no, checking the SWR from here in the shack, and I'm getting less than a 1.5.
Okay, what balun did you put on? One of the old ones or the new one?
One of the old ones.
The black one or the white one?
The one that had that I needed the adapter with.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one that just had looked like a bad piece of coax coming out the back end there. Okay, good. Well, we'll just have to see. It just ain't. Well, we'll just have to play it again next Monday, or we can try it maybe before you come up, just to and see what's going on. Anyway, thanks, Kerry. Good to hear you. KC5DTU 712, K6MYC in the group.
KC5DTU.
Good evening, Kerry. KC5DTU, KM6SR.
Rob, how in the heck are you up there on the hill, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Didn't do too much work today. I had a bunch of errands and stuff to do in town, doctor appointment stuff. But I'm going to be back at it tomorrow for a little bit, and then I got another appointment tomorrow.
Boy, I tell you, when you get to be our age, if it wasn't for the doctor's appointment, there would be no social life.
Yeah, well, maybe you could coordinate that with him. He's got a 1 7/8 inch ball that I need that we bought the other day. And we forgot to unload when he was up here, Rob, so maybe you guys can get together somewhere down there tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good, I guess. What was your schedule like tomorrow, Kerry? I thought you said you had stuff going on.
Yeah, that's affirmative. I'm going to be tied up from mid-morning until about mid-afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, I got a haircut scheduled, I think, for somewhere around 11:30 or 10:30, something like that.
Yeah, I'll be out of pocket then.
And I got the old group manager lunch if they're even going to do it. Daryl's has a shakeup over there. They let a lot of people go.
At Daryl's?
Yep. Things weren't looking too good, and some of the stuff I was saying, I guess, unfortunately came to fruition.
What was you saying?
The guy at head of construction was kind of spending like there was no end to his money.
Which guy was this?
Well, this is all my conjecture, and I don't want to point any fingers. I have no real proof, but I can see what was going on, how I was dealing with stuff. The guy doing all the headed all the construction. He was doing all kinds of hiring a lot of stuff out, paying a lot more money than Daryl ever used to do.
I see. Okay.
Contact.
Go ahead.
Every time.
That's KG6USS 831 out here in the high desert.
Well, hi there, High Desert. Bozo 47 here. Good evening, John. KG6 USS. Got that'll say hello to you here. So stand by. Go ahead, Rob.
How you doing, John? KG6 USS KM6SR number 432.
Hey, Rob, got you in here loud and clear tonight. Man, I'll tell you, it's been rough. And I got Mike in here loud and clear there. Copy?
Oh, yeah, copy you good. I think Mike does, too.
Oh, yeah, you're like a local in here, John. Anybody else for John down there in the High Desert?
K6MI 711.
There you go. Hi, John.
Hey, 711, we got you on the list. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Sounding good my way. Very good. S8, very good. K6MI. All right. Anybody else want to check in for the Wednesday night Southern California edition of Bozo Net? Let's go.
I guess Bill or AJ isn't around, huh?
Yeah, I'm not hearing anybody that's used there, but I'll take that maybe the other week. I can say, yeah, oh gosh, what do they call it? Obligation, I guess.
Well, I guess that's probably all you're going to get tonight there. I guess nobody else is on.
All right, Rob, well, thanks for giving me that check in. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good evening, and we'll catch you later. Stay cool up there in the sweltering San Joaquin. KG6 USS, Bozo 831.
Yep, it's going to get hotter tomorrow and hotter the next day. Anyway, how about Rick down there, KB6RQU? You on tonight, Rick, for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR with K6MIC standing by. Old Bozo 61 and Ben there, old Bozo 247. You guys on tonight? Crickets, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I'm not hearing anybody either. So, well, we know why Rick doesn't get on at this time of day, but maybe later in the evening he comes in. So that'll be good. He did work all the way up to Dennis the other night, and a couple of other guys up here got him. By the way, for the purpose of the net, Richard, KD6BQ, Bozo 249, will be back Sunday night. He is over in Cedar City, Utah with his father. His father had some construction that was needed to be done in the house, and the son and daughter-in-law that usually stay with him had an operation in another part of Utah. They had to go up to Salt Lake and have a small operation, so Richard went over to take care of his dad and oversee the construction in the house there. So He'll be back Sunday night. He says hi to everybody. And by the way, we had 6 Bozo members check in on the 40-meter net in the morning there yesterday.
So you're expanding the Bozo nets to 40 meters, huh?
That seems so, yes. We almost had more than we get on 222.
That was this morning, Mike.
I know. It was yesterday as far as I'm concerned. Aaron, you know, I can't. That was so long ago, it could have been a week ago.
Yeah, you've probably taken a nap since then.
I have. This morning we had Rob in there. We had WB6J and N in here running 10 watts, and he was just romping with his 10 watts. Everybody gave him good signal reports. He was even being heard up in Montana, but not very well. But all the guys locally was hearing the 10-watt station from WB6J and N like a ton of bricks today. Over. Anyway, it was quite a morning. The only guy we didn't have in there was Bill, but I put him in there anyway as the 6th Bozo member that should have been there. We're going to have to give a Bozo number to Bob K7VO if we keep doing this thing on 40 meters. Not hearing any other breakers. How about you, Rob? We're standing by for checker-inners. Checker-inners, all you checker-inners on Bozo Net. We need you to come in now before we turn away from you. We're going to go toward the Tascadero in a minute if you don't checker-inner. This is K6MYC listening for check-ins on the 2-meter Bozo Net in the Northern California area or anywhere.
KE6VON 1040.
Oh, there he is, KE6VON. Good evening, Adam. Good to hear you.
Good evening, Mike. Yep, a little busy last week. Never made it home on Wednesday, so.
How you doing, Adam? I also heard Terry in there.
Terry?
Yeah, 704.
I did not hear 704. Where are you, Terry?
Right here, 704 checking in.
Well, you must have doubled perfectly with Adam. I didn't hear you. Gotcha. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. Good evening, Rob, and everybody out there. Hey, good evening, Rob.
Yep, good to have you guys in here. We need everybody we can get.
Hey, Rob, was it you that called me the other day about for Mike?
Yeah, well, it was for me. Wanted to find out if we could drop a couple of chainsaws by. I've got the 2 big ones. We can't start either one of them, of the 2 big Shindawas, so you'll have to retweak them for. Maybe you'll have to fly up to our place here and do them at our altitude. Over.
I copy that. Yeah, that's weird because it's not that much of a difference in altitude between us.
Well, all I can tell you is Frank doesn't want to pull his arm out of the socket anymore, and neither do I. Over.
I don't blame you there, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Get him. Figure out what's up with him.
Okay, one last thing. The little battery that you put on the log splitter, that was a brand new battery. The thing went dead already, or?
Yeah, you know, it won't be charged off the splitter, so it's going to need to have some type of a power source, like a solar panel or something on it, I would think.
Oh, the battery does not get charged from the splitter?
No, most of those won't charge those things. I don't think they have a stator on them that'll charge them.
Oh, I'll be darned. Well, no wonder. That makes sense. I'm disappointed that it doesn't have a charger in that engine on the starter part of the generator, but who knows? Okay, that's good to know. That may be explaining why we had to charge it. Charged up okay. It was down to 5 volts, and of course it wouldn't do it. And we put the charger on it on a real slow trickle charge for a day or so, and she was fine after that. So I'll just have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, most of those little small engines, they don't have anything on them to charge them. It's just the starters there, and over time you gotta top off the battery.
copy on them, but understandable. Copy.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. Anyway, I've got a lawnmower here that needs some help, and I'm toying with having you look for a transmission from my Craftsman power mower, because I still like that mower. It's easy to work, and it's all good mechanically, and the engine starts every time. And the only thing is that it won't go forward uphill. Even the slightest slope now, I have to coax it and breathe on it heavy and swear at it, and then it'll ooze up a hill.
Yeah. Well, give me the model information on it, and I'll hunt for a transmission.
Alrighty.
Hey, Adam, you have to show Mike the old drop start there for his Shindawas.
Yeah. Well, gotta be careful doing that, because if you catch it at the wrong spot on the compression stroke, that can come back and get you.
Okay.
What do you do?
He's talking about doing a drop start to start the chainsaws.
What's a drop start?
Basically where you're using the saw's weight to start it, and you're basically dropping the saw hard while holding up the cord. Very frowned upon, especially with like my agency. Yeah, we do not allow that. However, you'll see a lot of guys do it.
It's not that hard to pull. It's just that when you pull it 15 times and you don't even get a pop, you know, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, generally, if you're not getting a pop after 4 or 5 pulls, then something's usually up.
There's something that needs to be just tweaked, maybe a little richer on the idle or something. I don't know. Both of them exactly the same. Neither one of them want to start reliably. Anyway, I'll get them down to you one way or the other. Rob is going that way tomorrow, but I don't want to have him run all the way up here to get those. Over.
Copy that. Well, I'll be home till Sunday, late Sunday afternoon, and then I'll be gone for most of the week, and then I'll be back. I'll be back either Friday night, or if my wife decides to come relieve me, I'll be back Thursday.
Okay. Well, maybe I can get Matt to drop him off in the morning. He might be able to do that. We'll see. If you end up with, you'll be home in the morning. What time do you get up? Is it 8:30, 9 o'clock, too early?
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm usually up between 5:30 and 6, and I go sit on the couch for an hour or two, drink my coffee, and mess around on my phone before I head outside. But, yeah, I'm always up early.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Adam. Good to hear you. KE6BOM and the group, K6MYC. Anybody else before we go to Atascadero? K6MYC, Northern California Bozo Net.
226 is here.
Hello there, 226. And you're all done with the hilltop, and Eli and you had a good time up there, no doubt.
Yeah, I've got everything done up there. WA6OIB is here, and yeah, we got and I got the cactus repeater back up to. It's only got 5 watts, but the amplifier crept out on it. So anyway, we got that fixed too. So we did a lot up on the hill today, and he got a big kick out of it. And he was very, very helpful for me.
Yeah, and I imagine it was a little cooler up there.
Not much. It was pretty warm.
You were just closer to the sun, that's all.
Could be. Okay, I'll follow you down to Atascadero, and then I'll have to split out for the 10-meter net.
Okay, anybody else before we go to Atascadero? Come now.
Good evening, Whiskey 6 Papa Echo.
W6PE, good evening, Mike. We're going to come around in your direction a little bit, so let me get the southern guys taken care of. If you can stick around, otherwise we got you checked in, and you can leave if you have to.
I'll be here.
Okay, Atascadero, here we come.
I think I just heard Eric.
Roger that. That's
KN6EIV. Give us your Bozo number. 1044. Give us your Bozo number, Eric.
Big double.
Eric, give us your Bozo number again, over.
Roger that. Yeah, Bozo number for me is 1044. 1044. That's KN6EIV.
And you are on the hill in the car?
Roger that, yes.
That's why you're 10 over here.
Yeah, and no amplifier, just put it on a 411 beam and the 706 tonight.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Remember it.
Yeah, it's a good spot for sure.
Well, good to hear you. One of these days you'll get the antennas up at the house and get a pair of them stacked and a kilowatt and a half behind them, and we'll be able to hear you from the house, over.
That would be so fun, yeah. I wouldn't have to run up here. I almost didn't make it tonight, yeah. Oh, and also, Mike, I forgot the feller's call sign, but over in by Reno there, when we're doing the contest, I did look in my book, and yeah, I did make contact with him.
Yeah, I didn't get all of that. Did you get it, Ken?
Oh yeah. He did make contact with the Reno, the Nevada station there during the contest. He looked back in his log.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was Richard up there that had heard him, or Daniel, one of the two. Anyway, good deal on that. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't have the paperwork with me when I was talking to you, and I forgot about that. I was so happy about making contact with San Clemente Island, and I forgot all about that one.
Forgot about which one?
Making it to Nevada.
Ken, didn't you say he just made it with Nevada?
Yeah, during the contest, he didn't have his paperwork with him, so he apologized for that when he last talked to you.
Oh, okay. So you didn't remember to tell me. Very good. Well, Richard's not at the house right now. He's over in Nevada, or in Utah, I should say. I think that was Richard that you worked KD6BQ with his 8877 on his end. Anyway, very good, Eric. Let's see if Ron is in there. W6QUY in the group, KCMYC.
Yep, I'd be here. Good evening, Mike and others. Hearing everybody great over here tonight. So I thought I'd let Eric lead the group here tonight. Maybe be the wagon master. So anyway, Bozo's 1055, W6QUI.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, howdy, boy. Good solid signal as usual. Good to hear you, and hope everything's going well over there, and you're keeping cool. Pretty warm over here, but we're doing all right. So, anyway, good to hear you tonight.
Okay, well, you're booming in. Well, we got the 86 here at the house. Eric was up most of the day here. We were playing with some of his toys, so we were having fun inside where it wasn't so hot.
Well, I was outside most of the time working, so I was up in the mountains, but 4,500 feet, but it was still warm up there. So anyway, yeah, I did my day up at Meadow Lake, so warm, but very fruitful. We got everything done we needed to get done. So have a good week, Ron. WA60IB.
Okay, yeah, very good, Ken. Yeah, you're blasting in. Everybody seems to be stronger than Mike tonight. I don't know why. Mike's really good sometimes, and then he isn't. Of course, he's got a hill in the way, but at least we can hear each other on this band. Little troublesome on 1296, unfortunately. Okay, I'll let you guys continue, and let you Sunday. 36QUI.
Okay, this should be better. I didn't have the antenna on you. I had stopped about 10 degrees short. So you came way up when I moved the antenna up here. How about you, Rob? You want to say hello?
Oh, sure. How you doing, Ron? W6QUI, KM6SRR, and I heard Eric in there also.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. I probably don't have my antenna on you, but you're Q5, so, yeah, good to hear you tonight. Everybody's booming in over here, so we got a good path.
Yep, you're a little bit weaker than normal, but that's because your antenna's not there. And I wanted to give a shout out to Eric there, KN6EIV.
Roger that, man. Yeah, I agree with Ron there. You guys are all booming in over here. And when Mike put his antenna at 7 degrees more, it's just coming in like he's sitting next to me.
Okay, good to hear you guys. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, anybody else for Atascadero and others? K6MYC?
Yeah, W6QUI, K6USY, Fresno. Good evening, Ron.
Oh, yeah, good evening, Aaron. As usual, you're in my meter almost. Good loud Q5 signal here. So, yeah, we probably didn't get as warm as you got over there, but we did get warm. I don't get too hot here, but occasionally that happens. So we fortunately have the ocean influence, so it keeps things reasonable number most of the time. And my daughter in Paso said it was 99 over there today. So I'm glad I wasn't over at the museum. It would have been really hot.
Oh, Roger. Well, you can send that ocean air over here anytime that you're done with it. And I don't know. I didn't go outside today. I was working from home, so I didn't have to leave the house. But I think it was like 96 today. So, alrighty, we will catch you later. I got to head over to 10 meters. And good hearing you on here, Eric. I heard you on my loop as everybody was rotating. We'll catch you guys later. K6USY.
Okay. Very good, Aaron. Take care. Catch you Sunday, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see you Sunday, Ron, and maybe Eric as well. Good evening, guys. K6MYC now heading toward Santa Cruz.
Good evening.
K73. Want to go up or you got to go home, Eric? Yeah, reduce power.
Okay, Santa Cruz, KW6S or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Good evening, Mike. 610 in case Judy's alongside there. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, this is Wednesday, and it's also hot. So 2 reasons why I didn't left Judy in the house. We have my grandson Bo and Matt made dinner for us tonight. Wonderful. And I always leave her in there to kind of mix with the boys. She doesn't get a chance to have a lot of man contact other than this old boring soul here. So she sits in there and hears all about the latest stuff from Bo and Matt there. So she's in the house, but I'll pass on your best. Over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I pretty well picture her since I've met her there at both at Visalia and at the Fresno swap meet. I always picture her sitting there beside you in kind of the co-pilot mode. So yeah, it's good to know she's around to take care of that. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, I'd like to have her here, and I could have. She wanted to come out, or she said, I'll be out in just a minute. And I said, well, just take your minute and stay with the boys and enjoy, because it's hot out here. I'm sitting in front of the air conditioning unit that was given to us by Daryl, KG6 Charlie Echo Fox. But I'm cool, but it's just, it's better if she stays in the house and have a little bit of contact with the boys. She always enjoys that. They always get off into some subjects that I don't cover. Anyway, Good evening. I wonder if Lee is in there. Lee, I wonder if you're listening on the side there. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United with KW6S, K6MYC.
K6MYC, AF6 United, 1098, the Countdown Bozo. Yes, sir, I am here tonight in a nice and cool, I think outside right now it's 67 degrees. The garage is a little bit warmer because it's still warm from the day. I think our high today was about 74, so sorry that you're into the hot weather there. I think tomorrow it's going to be about 78 here, and that's probably about as hot as I can take it. So I really have feelings for how you're going through the heat out there, but you're probably used to it. So, K6MYC, AF6 United, back to you.
Well, I'm not used to it. I get used to it, and I do fine with the heat. I was sweating profusely this morning. I went into the barn and I did a little project in the barn where there's no air. You know, I don't have any air in the barn, so there's outside air was nice, but with a little wind. And I went outside after I got out of the barn and dried off. But no, the way I have to do it is I just have to get out in the heat. And the first couple of minutes, I'm a little bit uncomfortable until I start to sweat. And then I can just chug along and go through the whole day. I was out till 3:45 today. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I was working in a very, very difficult area. We've got a sprinkler line broken that's underneath a redwood tree root, and Rob knows all about that problem. I spent a half an hour digging a hole that's now 4 inches in diameter and 6 inches deep. Half hour cutting roots, and we have to expand it. I'm trying to get down to the line that goes over to where the tree has broken the pipe, and we're just going to cap it. I'm going to give up one sprinkler head. Maybe I'll tee off from another spot and see if I can get water to that place where I'm losing a sprinkler. But that's what we have to do sometimes. This tree allowed us to have a sprinkler system going in there in its footwork for up 25, 30 years, so I can't complain. Anyway, but boy, digging in the root area around redwood is just terrible, just terrible. Yeah, actually, I did one in the backyard, and it took me 2 days, and I couldn't get any of the dirt to come out. I just had to beat on the sides and keep scraping the sides and then vacuum the dirt out with a vacuum cleaner. I took a hole that was a foot in diameter and 2 feet deep that way, but it took me 2 days. Over.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do appreciate your tenacity at all of that stuff, and I've had to be doing some digging around here in some fairly root-clogged soil, so I kind of know what you mean, and that's not a fun project. And when it's 90 to 100 degrees outside, I don't think I'd be out there doing that. So you have my full sympathies there, Mike. And otherwise, yeah, I really don't know what to say to that. I actually have been working on a 40-meter Moxon project, or at least an inquiry about that. And I wonder if you have any thoughts about pursuing something along those lines.
No, it's a good antenna. You'll get good bandwidth and good frequency, good front to back. It has a wider frequency response than a dipole or a two-element Yagi. So it's better from the standpoint of bandwidth, and you only give up about a half a dB, and you get a front to back and a VSWR bandwidth that covers almost the whole band. Over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit of gain out of it and a little bit of directivity, so, I could point it, and eliminate some local interference and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to keep the spread of the antenna, the turning radius of the antenna down a little bit. I considered the Cushcraft XM240, if I can find one that's still available, as a possibility, and I'm really not familiar with too much of anything else that's out there. So if you have any thoughts on that, I'd be happy to hear them.
Well, the antenna that's fairly small, it's not much bigger than a Moxon with a little better performance is the one we make, but I'm not trying to push you into that. It's called a 40M2 Mini, 40 meter 2 Mini, M-I-N-I. 20-foot boom, the elements are 19 feet either side of center, or 18 feet and a half on the driven. And that's it. It has wonderful front to back, 25 dB of front to back, and a gain that's very, very close to full size. It actually is within a couple of tenths of a dB of a full-sized over.
Whoops, yes. That's exactly what I was hoping you were going to do, was suggest maybe an M-squared antenna there. So, yeah, that's perfect. I will look into that and throw that into the blender and see what comes up on the mix that comes out of all of that. So thank you very much, Mike. K6MYC from AF6 United. Back to you.
Website page. If you don't find it, you can call Robert at the plant and have him fax the data sheet over to you or email it to you. Very good. Back to you, Tom, for any final comments, and then we'll move on up into the Bay Area there at KW6S. You missed everybody. We dragged out the net here to the point where everybody went over to 10 meters here. W6 Sugar and AF6 United, K6MYC.
Hello, Tom.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I was thinking about the redwood roots. I've got that pretty bad here. I've got redwood trees on two sides of me here, planted right at the fence line, which was not really a problem 40 years ago when they were planted, but now they're 60 feet tall and the roots go out 50 or 60 feet, and they're 4 to 6 inches in diameter, so among all the others, so we can't even dig to plant, although the gophers seem to get underneath and come up and get the plants we do get in the ground, so I don't know. I checked the temperature here in the shack at 74, and I realize it's on I'm reading that on a temperature dial type thermometer from sometime in the late 40s. It was a promotional for where my grandfather had worked, and he gave to me when I was probably under 2 years old. And so from my earliest memories, this has always been on my wall, and it's still on my wall and still accurate, which is kind of one of those things to think about. And pretty sure none of my grandkids are going to care. K6MYC, KW6S.
You can keep it with you inside the coffin, huh?
Well, might become useful figuring out where I'm going.
There you go. If it starts to peg, you better get out quick.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a ship's steering wheel, and he worked in petroleum plants up and down the states opening new distributors back in the 40s. And he died in 48, so I was probably not even 2 when he gave me this.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, listen, we'll talk to you tomorrow night on 432. Both of you guys, hopefully, we'll see you too, Lee, for a few minutes, and we'll have no 10-meter net, so maybe Rob and a few of the other boys will be in here and can say hello to you. Good night for now. And, well, 74 degrees. I haven't seen 74 for about a month and a half here. We sleep in a room that's 78. And it seldom gets any cooler than that. I keep the air conditioning at 78 at that end of the house. But if it's cooler outside, it doesn't get in the house because we don't open the windows enough to have it equalize. So whatever the air conditioning pulls it down to is where it goes. So it's sitting at 78. And so you guys with your 74s. What the hell is that? I get any 2 degrees lower than that, my nose starts to run. See you later, KW6S and AF6 United, K6MYC, going to the Bay Area.
And Mike, I won't be here tomorrow night or Sunday night. K6MYC, KW6S.
Thanks for the heads up on that one. We'll just have to rely on Lee there. Go ahead, Lee.
Actually, I may not be here tomorrow night. My son is just about ready to arrive by truck here. He drove his truck down from Vancouver, Washington. So if he's not here and snuck in the house and I didn't know it, he'll be here any minute now, and I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen tomorrow night. So if I'm not here, you'll know why, and otherwise I'll try to be here. So KW6S, K6MYC from AF6 United, back to net, and 7-3, everybody.
Okay, well, maybe we'll, nothing else, see you on Sunday night, right?
Hopefully so. Good night.
All right, good night, and enjoy your son there. 73 is that K6MYC clear and going into the Bay Area. And let me see if I can get this thing to come up a little bit like that.
And 5 MPD 1129.
1129. Good evening, Brett. Big signal tonight. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mike. And yeah, when you said come up a little bit, you shot way up for me as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't move very far, but this antenna is pretty sharp, so. It's 19 elements, just a 40, maybe 41-foot long boom. That's at 100 feet, so it's up clear. Up and in the clear, it doesn't have anything to distort the pattern, so it's got about a 8, 16, 17 degree beam width, so it can be pretty sharp. Anyway, you're sounding loud and clear and frisky. About ready to go to bed, are you?
Oh, no, it's almost dinner time, though. It's white people taco night, so the crunchy shell taco night.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, it's good sometimes.
Yeah, we had really good asparagus, strip steak, fried, hashed, crosshatched, the crosshatched like a, what would you call it? They were sweet potatoes, but they were very thin and very, very delicious. But fried crosshatched sweet potatoes, like potato chips almost over.
Oh, yeah, very good. Yeah, in the fall here, just across the river there in the Stevenson area, they grow a lot of sweet potatoes. So we end up with a lot of free-to-us sweet potatoes, and there's so much stuff you can make with sweet potatoes. I love them.
Yeah, they're good. I didn't used to like them when I was a kid, but I don't know whether we fixed them the same way we do today or not, but they sure have come up with some nice things for them, and they're very healthy, of course. All right, let's see if there's anybody out in the Bay Area that's copying us here. Good to hear you, Brett, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow night. You have 432, don't you?
I do. I'll tune in tomorrow night.
Thank you. Cemetery for now. K6MYC Bozo Net looking into the Bay Area. Okay, give me some more chatter, Jim, and I may be a little short of getting to you there. WB6JNN, go ahead.
K6MYC, WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Juliet, November, 285, and I'm on low power, Mike. I'm only 10 watts. I don't have the amps going yet. I'm rewiring stuff after the problems with my other radio, so this is the Barefoot 705. And you're about a 7, usually you're 9, so we'll see what happens with your swinging antennas around. WB6JNN.
Well, I should be even louder tonight. Now I moved over on you, and you've got a nice signal. You're Q5. Very steady, very Q5 signal with the 10 watts, Jim. It's pretty amazing. Sometimes I can't hear you with 80 or 90. But this band is always pretty forgiving for us for the most part. But you're fine. You're Q5. And an amazing signal from the 705 there. Thanks for checking in. And okay, on rebuilding the shack for this new radio. Yeah, in the long term, obviously, you'll get it hooked in so you can get the amplifiers working and get up around that 100-watt mark at least there. But even so, we're making it with the 10 watts there. WB6J, and then we'll look for some others. K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, well, I do have an amp, but I don't know how it's going to work with this because it doesn't have the first stage in it. So it probably will get in the 50-watt region. But it's got a fixed, there was something that Ken did, and it's got a fixed low-pass filter in it that doesn't switch out when you turn it off. So I can't pass the 432 through it. So that's one of the problems I'm trying to resolve here. Anyway, we'll see what happens. And if I can find a 1070 or something, that would be not nice. I could probably use that instead. As long as this low-pass filter isn't in there. WB60 ain't in.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm sure you'll get it up a little bit. Another 6 or 8 dB will certainly not hurt the signal, considering the difference in variation we have on propagation from one day or 1 week to the next, Jim. Good evening to you. Thanks again, and it was good to hear you this morning on 40 meters with that booming signal. You were 5 and 9. I'm not blowing smoke up your tail. You were a legitimate 5 and 9 with a 10 watts this morning on 40. Over.
Well, that'd be, as you were 30 over 9, I'm about 30 dB lower than you. WB60.
Well, that's all right. You're 10 watts, and I was probably up 30 dB in power, 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000, almost. Something slightly nonlinear there, but we're close. Anyway, thanks, Jim. See ya. WB6JNN, K6MYC, QRZ Bay Area, Bozo Net. Over.
WB6, WNI, 1090.
Oh, I didn't know you moved into my shack.
No, Mike, record Jim. First of all, Jim, you're coming in beautifully this evening. Mike, you're the strongest I ever heard you, so wherever you're pointing your antenna, keep it that way. You are really booming as well. So, yay, another great evening on 2 meters.
Well, I've got a funny path tonight. I'm pointed at 300 degrees, so I'm about 15 degrees to the north of where you'd normally be. So the band is good, but it's not taking the normal path to you. Over.
Okay, you're doing about 20 over on peak, so I had to get a little closer to the meter just to read it. But anyway, yes, nice, and nothing to report as usual. Absolutely nothing to report. So I'll let you pass it along here, but we'll be back at 4:32 tomorrow night. J6MYC WB67973, but I'll be monitoring.
Okay, very good, very good. Gary, good to hear you. Thanks very much for popping in, and you're just roaring in. So, I didn't move it from Jim, so I'm getting Jim at that same heading. So it's either the antenna is skewed, but I don't think so because everybody else seems to be where they're supposed to be. Who knows? And we'll take it. QRZ the Bay Area, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters.
AB6SR, 807.
807 in Los Gatos, booming in here. Stan, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Nice to hear you. As Gary said, you're booming in as well. I don't have much to report. I had a lovely lazy day. And at midday, I watched Paris Saint-Germain against Real Madrid. They were playing at East Rutherford, the other side of the Hudson River from New York City, I think. So it was a great game. Haven't done anything else. Haven't done anything else at all today. So I loved it when you said you leave your air conditioning at 78. Goodness, that would be tough for me. I'm like Tom. 74 would be better, but a bit more expensive here in Los Gatos to run the air conditioner at 74. But that's what we do. Anyway, no news. One question, I never hear WA6AXX up on the hill. What happened to him?
Well, he's a dyed-in-the-wool Trump-hating Democrat. And, of course, things are not going well for somebody with that ilk. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, you and I may not share the same politics, but we share the same 2-meter radio and stuff like that. So I don't get worried about stuff like that. But, yeah, okay. Sorry to hear that. I try to be apolitical on the radio. I say on that? Oh, it's funny year for the tomato season for me. All cropping at the same time. It's a damn nuisance because there are only two of us. Our daughter and granddaughter are way up in Oregon on their 11 acres up there. But we got tomatoes coming out of our ears at the moment. I think it's going to be a short season. Okay, back to you. Nothing much else. K6MYC, AB6SR.
Yeah, it's funny about tomatoes. I mean, you can make tomato sauce and all kinds of things like that, but just the raw tomato, they don't store well, and you can't freeze them. There's not much you can do with the damn things, except eat them. You know, I wish I had planted some this year, but maybe next year we'll put some in, and you'll have to tell me when to plant. Probably, I think you must have put yours in somewhere in March or so, right?
Yeah, in February. I set some seed in February, then a few more about 3 weeks later, just to make sure. I got those little cherry ones called Sun Gold, which are lovely, and another medium-sized one. And as you say, you can't keep them. You've got to eat the cherry ones pretty fast, but the other ones, yeah, I'll try and make some gazpacho or dehydrate some, maybe something like that. Anyways, it's good to have them. What the hell? K6MYC, AB6SR.
Yeah, we seldom have too many. In fact, it's even with a full bush of them, for 6 feet in diameter, I go out one day and there aren't any left on there because the deer like them also. Over.
Yeah, luckily I grow them in the back garden here, and there's a fence all the way around. But we tend to use the agapanthus as a deer barometer. If we see all the flowers chopped off, we realize the deer have been around. But other than that, we haven't seen many this year. Back to you.
Well, we got them around here. My weed eater lady, her name is Amanda. She's about 40, I guess, but really an animal lady. She's tough, boy. She weed eats like mad. She's weeded my whole property. I've given her pretty close to a couple $1,000s now for 2.5, 3 weeks of work off and on. And, man, we got the property looking really good. But the point is, she was out the other day, and I told her to keep an eye out for a pair of clippers that I had dropped out of my pocket or someplace. I knew I'd dropped them, and I told her, showed them what they looked like. And she came back up the hill, and she said, well, I didn't find your clippers, but look what I found. And it was a single-point deer antler. It was about 6 or 8 inches long and just one point, but a beautiful curved antler. Well, I said, you could use that to hang your towel up on it in the shower. She said, I don't want that in my house. Anyway, she didn't know that deer loses their antlers every year when they grow a new one with another point on it. Funny how that works. All right, 7-3, Stan, good to hear you, as always, and remind me next year to plant some damn tomatoes. K6MYC, clear with AB6SR, and standing by for other callers in the Bay Area.
W6PQL.
GGY, Golf Yankee.
I hear GGY. I got you, Phil. Hang on, I'm going to pick up Jim first, and then we'll get you in here. W6PQL, big signal. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, it seems like the band's in fairly good shape tonight. You're about S8. I have seen you 20 over, but those days are gone for some reason. Anyway, good signal. And today was a golf day, 84 for me. So I had it under control today pretty much. One birdie. The rest were bogeys and pars, but added up to 84. K6MYC W6PQL.
Well, it doesn't sound like you've lost your edge. And I imagine it was pretty nice out there. Probably about 85 today on the course?
The temperature, you mean?
Well, I said, what was your temperature? About 85 on the golf course?
No, it wasn't that warm. It was in the mid-70s. It hasn't been very warm over here. It's going to be tomorrow and Friday, but it's been on the cool side. We've had that marine influence floating in here. You know, you could just listen to the numbers that Lee is telling you about. You got the picture. He's right on the coast, though, but we're close enough to it to
to feel the effects. We won't be getting too hot until, we'll only be in the 80s. Probably crowding 90 in the next couple of days, and then it's going to dip back down again. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, that 74 today, you should have shot a 79.
Well, if I could shoot my age, I'd be happy.
I know. Okay, good enough. We'll see you tomorrow night, Tim. And, you should have checked in this morning. We had six Bozo members checking in on the 40-meter net. We're going to have to make a 40-meter Bozo net, over.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, I was already playing golf, so I had an early tee time this morning.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, if you let me know, I can check you in ahead of time. We had 249 from Cedar City, Utah. Richard up there, KD6BQ. We had Phil, GGY, who just checked in here. We had K6USY down here, who runs the stream. We had Jim in there, for God's sake, with 10 watts, and he was crushing a signal over here. WB6JNN was in, and who in the hell else was in? Well, of course, me. And then we posthumously put in KO6KD at 776, because he's always there, but he was under the weather today, so he didn't check in, but I put him in there anyway. So we just had a gang, and only 2 stations in the whole group were not Bozo members, so it was a fun day. Anyway, good evening, K6MYC.
7-3's Mikey.
Okay, anybody else in the Bay Area before we go to Oakley? The area is pretty quiet on 2 meters. Nobody needs to check their radios anymore. Here we go to Oakley. I may have overshot Oakley, but let's just see once, Ken. Everybody else I'm pointed at 300 degrees for, so I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I've lost calibration on this station here. N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, in Charlie Mike 97. You're loud and clear. I think you're right at me. You're hitting S9 on the meter, which is possibly nominal or even better than nominal. Let's see, high temperature was 88, and dinner was leftover halibut and supplemented by scallops, sea scallops from Japan, and shrimp from Chile, and what was the veg? Asparagus. So I'm pretty much done for the night. Over.
Yeah, well, you had leftovers just for the halibut, huh?
Yeah, the slices are just a bit too big for me in one meal, so I usually have a little teeny slab left, and I save for the leftover night.
Yeah, there you go. You missed the point on halibut, but for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it, I do it.
Now, there you go. All righty. Well, good. I had a good meal tonight. Boy, we had steak. We had strip steak. Really tasty. Matt was buying this real live beef. It's not the tenderest meat in the world, but because it's got some real structure to it. But boy, does it have a flavor. You can chew the stuff for 5 minutes, and you're chewing and chewing and chewing, and it's gradually dissolving in your mouth, but the flavor just keeps pouring out. It's amazing. And we had asparagus and grilled not grilled, but cross-hatched sweet potato chips, sweet potato fries, if you want to call them that, real thin but cross-hatched, and something else. What the hell else? Oh, watermelon. Of course, palate refresher. 2 slices of watermelon. Over.
Yum yum. That's all I can say. I'll have to try that meat you mentioned.
Yeah, Matt buys it from a special market down here. That's it's right off the range. It's not got any any steroids or anything in it, and it's really good for you. But it doesn't meet the criteria of the real tenderest piece of meat you'll ever have, but it offsets it with the flavor. It's wonderful. Anyway, good to hear you, and we'll see you tomorrow night, of course, and have fun with whatever you're doing. Is there a tennis match on now?
Is what on now?
Yeah, a tennis match.
In the morning, in the semifinals, I think the women's semifinals are tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. I think Stan over there is watching them also in Los Gatos. All right, Ken, 7-3. Everybody's up on the 10-meter net. I don't know if Ken's back here or not. Let me see. WA6OIB, are you back, Ken?
Yep, I'm here, WA6OIB, and good evening up there, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Did you hear that, Ken?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Thought you might have another pleasantry for him. How about you, Rob? Are you hearing Ken up there in Oakley?
Oh yeah. How you doing, Ken? N6RO, KM6SRR.
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine, which is better than normal.
Yep, good signal. Yep, the wife is also watching Wimbledon too. So, but she's back at her sister's in North Carolina now.
Yeah, it's really entertaining when it gets down to the semis. So we'll have a couple of champions by Sunday.
Yep, that's her favorite sport. She got a hip replacement. She's anxious to get back playing again.
Oh yeah, it's hard to play tennis with a bad hip. See you all tomorrow night.
All right, see you all tomorrow night. And good evening again, Ken. I think I got you. Yeah, you were in here earlier, both of you guys. I don't have to write you in again. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody else in this direction? KD6 Whiskey, Victor Lima, are you there tonight, John?
WB6, KD6WVL, 1179.
Yep, got three of you. KD6WVL and 86. I hear you, Dennis. Hang on a second. A1179. And who was the third one?
Kilo Echo 6 Quebec Romeo, Bozo 177.
Okay, E6QR. I can hear you good tonight. Gary, what did you do?
Nothing different. It's just conditions. Looks like I figured it out already. Yeah, just conditions, that's all.
Well, it is. You picked up and it went right away, or right down to nothing. But good. Thanks for checking in, Gary. And Dennis, have you got a list for me?
Yeah, I'm a little bit weak up there at the time there, Mike. Are you going this way?
No, I'm going to get there, but I just wanted to know if you were in a hurry.
Wait for a second till you get up this way.
I'll point up your way in a few minutes. Let me just clean out the San Joaquin Valley there, the Sacramento Valley. Okay, anyway, how are you doing there, John? KD6 Whiskey, Victor Lima. Go ahead.
Not doing good, Mike. Just kicking back here, not really doing nothing. The grandson smoked some ribs, so that was the highlight of the day. I'm just kicking back here listening to the net. Thanks for the check-in. KD6WZL 73.
Okay, very good. Fine, John. Thank you. 73s to you. Good signal. How about Merle, N6BCC? Merle, are you there? Merle seems to forget about Wednesdays and Sunday nights, but he's always in there on 6. Is there anybody else? How about W6WSS? How about you, John? WSXX, Whiskey X, Zulu, I'm sorry. W6 Whiskey, Zulu. Are you there, John? Okay, I guess we got everybody. Anybody else before I go towards Sacramento? All quiet. Okay, here we go. KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB, K6MYC, Darren, I mean.
Good evening, Mike. KJ6KFB 756.
Yeah, 756. Good. I don't know if you were on last night, but I could not pull you out last night. I could not hear enough of anything that I could make sure there was a signal there. Over.
Actually, I got badly distractedly yesterday, and I wasn't here for the net.
Well, that explains why I didn't hear think. I would be really worried if I heard you checking in, over.
Yes, indeed. No, yesterday was one of those oddities, and had to go take the wife and get some things. So, timing did not align.
Well, that's all right. But I was just worried that I missed you. I had a real tough time with John. I mean, I got a few words out of him, and I heard his 759 a couple of times, and I heard a 73s. We'll see you tomorrow or something. But boy, it was marginal. So I usually get about the same amount from you, but I didn't. So I had to assume you were not there. So I did not write you in. Anyway, good evening, Darren. Thanks much. I wonder if you're making any headway on the 222. You ever get the parts you need, over?
Well, things got awfully busy around here, so it kind of went to the back burner project, but we'll get back on it at some point here in the near future.
Yeah, but you had the parts ordered. Did they ever come in?
Yeah, we got parts. I just haven't had time to sit down and do the bench work. My paid job kind of got in the way. What can I say?
Well, for crying sake, crying out loud, the work stuff gets in the way of your ham radio projects. And well, I thought you had another K9 that helps you.
Oh, well, yeah, he was doing some things and got things moving along. And what can I say? We haven't managed to get back to it. But we will get there eventually. It's just not as quick as we might like.
I understand. I'm just trying to get the Bozo check-in count up on 222. That's the low band. We had 19 yesterday, which was kind of a low night for 1296. We usually get 25 to 30 on 432, but 222 is, we've been banging around 14 to 15, and we sure are missing a lot of people there. So we need you to get that thing fixed, but I won't pull out the pointy stick yet, over.
As if it would do you any good. All righty, Mike. Good to hear from you. I'm sure there's others waiting in the wings for you, so I'll get out of the way and let them carry on. Kilo Juliet, 6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo.
Well, I have an extension for the pointy stick, so I can reach all the way from here to there when I have to, over.
I've heard about those things.
Yes, sir. They sell them at Harbor Freight. See you later. Okay, how about you, Bill? Are you in there? We missed you this morning. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Did you miss me?
Oh, I didn't miss you. I'm sorry, I forgot you. Let me just see if Bill is there. He was sick. I want to see how he's doing.
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead and pick up Dennis. He's been waiting longer, and I'll catch me after you get him.
Okay, very good. Nice signal, so we won't have any trouble with that. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say good evening to Bill. Bill, how are you doing?
Oh, it's been a rough go, but I'm getting by. It's good to hear everybody out here tonight. Thanks for asking.
Okay, dokie there, buddy. Okay, and Mr. Mike, how's my buddy Mike doing? And Judy, how's everybody doing down there in Fresno?
We're doing okay. I left Judy in the house today because it was 100 out here, and I've got air conditioning out here just blowing on my back. But we also had the night, Wednesday's the night that my grandson comes over and cooks dinner for us, so I left her in with the boys, over.
Okay. Well, I do have some check-ins for you. I asked these defined people to try to get in here and check themselves directly in, and most of them said they're going to try to do it, but I don't know what their problem is, but I keep trying. But anyway, we do have a few check-ins that they asked me to do for them, so we'll start with the same ones that we normally get up there. Mr. Kent, KA6OSX, number 160. And also did get a hold of Mr. Dave in 1 Papa 336. And Mr. Larry in 6BX 782. And let me take a quick break here, make sure you got that.
Got it.
And we did talk to Rich. I guess he's still working on some stuff up there, and eventually he'll get some antennas up. And that's KA6NBSC, November Bravo Charlie, Richard 849.
And we did talk to Mr. Dan N6T, and I do not understand what his problem is. He just can't seem to get out of his easy chair to come in and check directly, 132. But I'm going to keep working on him and see if he just doesn't do that.
Okay, we got him.
And the last one I talked to was Mr. JR. That's at K6LBP, little Bo Peep, I guess, at 1101. And I don't know, I haven't got any official word with my buddy Richard, KD6BQ. I do not know if he got back from Utah visiting his dad yet or not. I do talk to Stan, K7SUN, there in the mornings, number 442, but he should be able to jack in directly when you go to the over to the Nevada area. But anyway, that's all I got for now. This is WB6ISO Bozo 86.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. Richard will be back Sunday night. I talked to him this morning and yesterday on 40 meters. K6CMU is the call he's using. That's his dad's call over there in Cedar City, Utah. So he's over there helping his dad with a construction project. They had some problems with the blinds and his brother and sister-in-law would normally be with his dad, but they had an operation. He had an operation in Salt Lake City, so they were gone for a couple of days. So Richard went over to help out. He'll be back Sunday night, he says, barring complications. So there you are. Okay, thanks for all the check-ins. Got everybody. And we'll carry on here and look for the boys in Redding as soon as I get John checked in here and Bill. Bill, I've got you checked in, but go ahead and take a transmission. KO6KD and the group K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. KO6KD, Bozo 776. Charlie Mike 98, where it was 98 degrees, I think, here today. And it's going to be a lot warmer tomorrow in the next few days. But, yeah, I looked in this morning, and I heard you quite well. But I could barely...
I hear you, but I can't copy it through Bill. Stand by.
He was talking to, I think it was Mark. But anyway, I heard you quite well, and then you were talking to those fellows up there. And again, not really feeling all that good, and I had a home health nurse coming by later in the morning, so I stuck around for a little bit, but then I had to get going, and I didn't want to interrupt the conversation, so I decided not to say anything. But anyway, perhaps tomorrow it'll be a different story, and I'll be able to hear you as good as I did today, and then I'll go ahead and jump in and see how things are. But anyway, that's the story for this morning. Over.
Okay, well, I've checked you in anyway on the 40 meter net because we had you would have been Bozo number 6, quantity number 6. We had JNN 285, we had GGY, we had me 47, we had K6USY 1079. We had somebody else. I'm trying to think. Who was the other one, Aaron? Anyway, we would have had 6 if you'd been in. And if Jim W6PQ hadn't been playing golf and had checked in early before he left, we would have had 7. So it was. We're going to start calling it this 40-meter Bozo Net, Bill. Over.
Well, if that's the case, we need to move it up into the general portion, so maybe you can get some of the other guys checking in. I don't know if any of the other fellows are listening, but if they're not extras, then they're not supposed to say anything where we're at.
Well, we got to get them to be extras. We got to give them some incentive. Remember, extra classes incentive licensing.
It's simple enough to do. I mean, especially now with the tools they have. I'm really amazed at the number of guys that say that they have to study and they buy the book and months goes by and have you got it yet? No, I'm still studying. And it was a crash for me. I just said, oh crap, I got to go do it. It's a long story, but I never prepared. I took a couple of sample tests. I drove down the following night, took it and passed. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't know what the deal is.
I did the same thing. I studied on Saturday, right off the ARRL website, went down Sunday and passed it. So, of course, I do have the background for it, so it's not that some people don't have it, and they do have to do a little bit more studying. Most of the problem I have is rules and regulations, because some of that stuff, when it gets into the ATV world and all that, I'm not much of a TV guy, but I knew I could study enough to remember it. So much for that. Let me move on. We got a couple of other breakers underneath you there. Who was the breaker underneath? Bill, again, go ahead. Who was the breaker underneath Bill? Please go ahead, the one that tried to check in earlier.
How you doing, Rick? Bozo 61, KB6RQU, KM6SR with K6MYC off the back, over. Hey, Rick, did you go away?
He may not, he may be fading in and out for you, Rob. I got 61 logged in. 61, we got you, Rick. KB6RQU. We have you. K6MYC. Thank you.
Yeah, I pointed the antenna down there, Mike.
Now, let me get it over to Phil. Phil checked in earlier, and I didn't get it back over to him. Phil, how are you doing now that I'm pointed more in your direction? WB6GGY, go ahead. No, he couldn't stick around. Well, I got him in here anyway.
What?
What was that?
Golf Yankee, WB6GGY, Bozo 884.
Now, we got you a long time ago, Phil, but you're very weak.
Yeah, my antenna may not be pointed right on you there. I've been chasing around, catching up with, trying to hear the rest of the guys. Okay, WB6GGY, clear.
Yeah, good.
Okay, we got you. Who was the other one that just broke in? Go ahead.
Can't tell when he's transmitting or not. Can you let me know when it's clear?
Okay, you're going to look for Redding. Okay, I'll tell you. Hang on.
Yeah, let me know when it's clear in the Redding area.
We're going there now. I just wanted to I got to get John yet. John, KR6MR, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and the group, K6MYC. This is KR6MR, Bozo 759. Go ahead.
Yeah, good signal here tonight. I'm sorry we struggled last night, but I got the important stuff. I heard the 759 several times, and I heard you say 73s, and we'll see you tomorrow or something to that effect. I copied little bits and pieces of phrases, over.
Yeah, roger on that. One of these days I'll lower my tower and check out the amplifier, but that's in the future, I guess. No real hurry on that.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we got you tonight, and we'll look for you tomorrow night. Hopefully it'll be a good conditions. Quite strong here tonight, and I'm not really pointed at you. I'm looking at Redding, too. I want to see if Redding's in there. KD6BQ, no, KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, and KO6HS. Redding, Charlie November 80, K6MYC, calling and listening. How about it, Rick?
Okay, good evening there, Mike. KD6 shortwave here in Redding, number 145.
Still have Dennis right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you take a standby now, Rich, and listen for Dennis. He's going to turn around and say hello to you. So Dennis is probably in the process of rotating right now. KO6KD, I think you told him to rotate with KD6SW, and then we can also get Jerry in here, KO6HS. Good signal. Sorry I did not hear you on 6 meters. Hopefully we'll hear something from you on 432 tomorrow night, Rich. Stand by. Bill, go ahead and tell Dennis to give him a call, over.
Okay, it's all yours, Dennis, all yours. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, Dennis. We've got a good signal up here as usual. 86, copy lit.
Yeah, it's been a while. Conditions have not really been all that favorable for me going that way, but you're doing fine this evening. 5.8 to 5.9, And how's everything doing up there? Is it getting a little warm?
Oh, yeah, well, it really hasn't been all that bad, honestly speaking. Bad would be well up over 100 degrees, but it's been down in the lower 90s and such like that. So it's, sure sleep weather. So it's not too shabby, but I'm sure that will change.
Yeah, I'm quite sure it's going to. Same thing here is in the 98, something like that, but they're talking about tomorrow and the next day going to get over 104s and 105. So it's going to get up there to that warm weather again. That's for darn sure. But anyway, I'm glad to hear from you over there. And how's our buddy Jerry? Have you talked to him lately?
Yeah, I just waiting to see if he's going to break in there. Jerry, where are you?
KO68 I'm out here. Good evening, Dennis. Over.
Hello there, Jerry. Long time no talk to, buddy. How you doing? Nice signal. You're both here 5.9 plus. Nice signal tonight.
Roger. Same for you. Solid S9, sounding good. Yeah, it's the strongest I've copied you in some time here, so conditions are a little bit better. Yeah, they have been pretty rough lately.
Okay. Well, it's been a while since I've been talking to you guys up that way, and I won't keep it big. I know Mike's got to get on and get over toward Nevada and a few other places, but I did want to.
I hear you, Jerry. Dennis is doubling with you. He obviously lost you.
Yep, sounds like Mike's in there also. 73 Dennis, we'll catch you next time, KO68.
Yeah, Dennis looks like he's lost you there. I'm copying you and Dennis and Rich very nicely here. Good evening, and I guess you're running around 100 degrees like we are, huh?
Yeah, it's getting right up there. It's supposed to be much warmer tomorrow. So we're waiting for that. And also on the weekend, just increasing temperature. Over.
Yeah, we're looking at that, all hundreds next week. Hundreds plus low to mid hundreds next week, all week long. So we're all going to be boiling here. Good to hear you, man. It's good to hear a signal that doesn't fade out in 3 seconds. KO6HS, and then up to Rich, K6MYC.
Yeah, all right.
Roger. Yep, I hear Dennis in there too. Yeah, hundreds for us also all week, probably next week, and just unrelenting heat. 73 Mike, we'll catch you next time. We'll let Rich wrap it up. KO6H.
Oh, yeah. Let me wrap it up here. Yeah. Well, at least we're not getting flooded out like they are in Texas, so that's a good thing. Diet 73, KD6SW Reading.
73, Rich. Good to hear you. KD6SW, K6MYC. Good evening, guys. We'll look for you tomorrow night, Rich. We'll look for you on 432 tomorrow night. Over.
Well, I'll try it, Mike, and see what happens. I mean, I made the trip before, and we can do it again, I guess.
Yeah, a little fluttery on that one. I couldn't copy. I heard you, but you were fluttery. I didn't get your response. Can you relay that, Jerry?
Yeah, we're losing, Mike. You take a big fade out. I don't know if you're going to copy me. Over.
Both of you guys took it in the shorts and went right down in the noise. I heard you, but I couldn't copy. Anyway, we'll be here tomorrow night. If you're there, fine. If not, we understand. 73 Rich, 73 Jerry, KO6HS, KD6SW, K6MYC clear, and going toward Nevada. Okay, anybody else before I go to Nevada? K6MYC, Bozo Net, Sacramento Valley.
Just Whiskey 6 Papa Echo. Just want to check in and say 73. I'm heading to bed.
Oh, okay. 73 again, Mike. We got you earlier, of course. W6PE. Good evening. K6MYC. Boy, you go to bed early, don't you?
Yeah, I start work pretty early, and today it was a 6 a.m. day, so so I had to get up about 5 o'clock so I could take care of all the chores, you know, get the chickens out and fix my breakfast and coffee and some other odds and ends. So yeah, I'm usually up early and to bed early.
Alrighty. 73 again. Good signal. I'm not pointed toward Nevada yet, but you're still Q5, but you'd be a lot louder when I get up that way. 73 K6MYC clear with W6 Papa Echo and others, and waiting to see if there's anybody else before we go to Sacramento. I mean, to Nevada. Nothing heard, Nevada. Here we go. How about Nevada, KE7UQL, KE7 Uniform Quebec London, K6MYC. Daniel, are you there?
It is T72. This is KE7UQL, over.
Oh, well, good to hear you. We missed you the last couple of days, so are you okay? Were we just out of town, or you just stay asleep on the floor, over?
Well, my grandchild's got a job, and he gets off at 8 o'clock at night, and I'm the Uber driver, over.
Is it your job or your wife's?
No, it's my job to be the driver. The grandchild does not have a license, but he's got a job. Good for him.
Oh, good for him. So you're taking him over to work. He's working the swing shift, huh?
Yeah, he closes for the store, and he gets a little overtime for cleaning up the place, over.
Yeah, and Trump says there's going to be no tax on overtime. That's good.
Yeah, he made 200 in tips the last paycheck, over.
Wonderful. Anyway, I've been missing you, but that explains it. I was just worried that you were sick or something, because when you miss 2 days without a preliminary warning that you're not going to be there, I get worried, because you're so damn consistent there. Anyway, great to hear you. Larry filled in for you one day on 222. I almost fell off my chair, over.
Oh, good to hear Larry's getting back on. You know, as we get closer to the contest, I'll be stacking some antennas for 432 and 222, over.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, you came way up on that one. You might take a standby as long as we're up right now. Let's see if N7 Victor Alpha Zulu is in here. Eric, can you copy anything from me? N7VAZ 1193 K6MYC, over. Nothing heard. You want to try him, Daniel?
Okay, N7VAZ, are you there, Eric? Did you hear that, Mike? He's in there, but he's way down tonight. I've got a little story to tell you.
Okay, yeah, he is way down. He is way down, but I heard you, Eric. We've got him checked in. 1193. Tell him he's checked in, Daniel.
Okay, N7VAZ is checked in. He is checked in. And Mike, you know, Eric has a small city lot with a big tree in the backyard. He's having trouble getting things pointed correctly because I guess the antenna scraped the tree, over.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm sure that'll be a short-term problem, but I did hear him, but he isn't his normal signal strength here. Normally he gets up to Q5, and I think if we waited long enough, he would. By the way, Richard is still over in Cedar City, Utah, in case you wondered about Richard, over.
Okay, we'll give Eric another chance. The band is up, so he better try you again, over.
He came up a little bit, but still not quite Q5, over.
Okay, you did hear him, but he needs a little more push with that radio, over.
Yeah, a little more goo.
Okay, well, we're working on it. We're trying to come up with some solutions for him, over.
Yeah, very good, very good. Did you get my comment about Richard?
Yeah, Cedar City. Well, he'll be back one of these days.
He'll be back Sunday night. His brother and sister-in-law that normally care for his father over there had to go to Salt Lake City, Utah for a operation. And so he was going to be by himself there. So Richard went over, and then they got into a project with a couple of contractors to fix some broken blinds and stuff. So Richard's helping out. He's been checking in with me on 40 meters, over.
Okay, Roger. Good you have him in touch over there. Keeping in touch. Over.
He's keeping in touch, and like I say, he'll be back Sunday night if everything goes according to plan, over.
Okay, we'll look for him. We'll get on 432 for tomorrow, and we'll look for you again on Sunday, over.
Yeah, Roger. We'll look for you on 432 tomorrow night. Let me just see if Stan's here by any chance. K7SUN, K7 Sugar Uniform November. Let me get the antenna more over that way. K7SUN, Fallon, Nevada, K6MYC. Are you there, Stan? Yeah, Stan's more of an airfare. He works Dennis almost every day on 80 meters, but he doesn't stick around here there. All right, Daniel, 7-3. Let me just see if anybody else wants to say hello to you. We do have Ken, WA6OIB, and KM6SRR here. Ken, are you hearing Daniel okay?
Oh, yeah. Copy you fine, Daniel. Good to hear you tonight. WA6OIB.
Roger. WA6OIB, big signal tonight. You're up there at 7S9, over.
Yep, you're up pretty good, too. Good evening here. Have a great rest of the week. Try and keep cool up there. WA6OIB.
Thank you much, Ken. K6MYC, KE7UQL, 7-3, good night.
Let's see if Rob is in here. Rob, are you copying Daniel?
I'm pointing my antenna down to Rick, so I'm just barely hearing something from Daniel.
Okay, he's not pointed the right way. He says hi, though. 7-3, Daniel. Catch you later. K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob, if you want to finish up with Rick there, over.
Yeah, Rick didn't come back to me, so I texted him. Rick, KB6RQU, you on tonight? No, I guess he's just in and out, Mike.
Either that or he doesn't read his text, did you? I don't know. Does he have a cell phone with text? He's not very high-tech, is he?
No, but I've had some other previous texts with him, so, of course, maybe his wife has a phone. I don't know.
There you go. That's the problem. All right, well, we could go. You might as well give Eddie a call as long as you're down that way, and I'll just swing to the Bay Area. We're a little short in the Bay Area. I'll see if there's anybody else. You go get Eddie.
Okay. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by. Mr. Eddie, KE6BK, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? Nothing heard, Mike.
Okay, Bay Area, late checks are missed. Calling the Bay Area for Bozo Net, 2 meters. 2-meter Bozo Net. We're missing 3 or 4 stations in the Bay Area. KB6R, Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KB6WFC. We're missing you. We're missing Jerry, KF6QCH. We're missing KT2G and KB6BA. And maybe a couple of others. K6MYC, calling and listening. Bay Area, late checks are missed. Where are you guys?
Hardly anybody, Mike. It's AB6SR. Have you seen the moon rising tonight? Looks lovely.
Have I seen what?
A lovely moonrise, full moon rising this evening.
Oh, yes, probably is a full moon tonight. It's probably up just about 5-10 degrees above the horizon. I can't see it from the barn here where I'm sitting because I don't have a window on that side, but as soon as I walk outside, it'll be there. I've been watching it every night. Of course, it gets 1 hour later every night. That's a characteristic of the moon, and we knew at the beginning of the week that we were only 3 or 4 days from full moon there. Stan, thank you for reminding me.
Enjoy it. Good night.
Good night, sir. Try Eddie one more time. We'll call it, Rob.
Okay, I'm back in the Bay Area. I'll point down there again.
You're a good signal, Rob, here in Los Gatos.
Did you hear that, Rob? He's got a good signal in Los Gatos from Stan there.
Yeah, I thought I heard something as I was pointing down to Bakersfield.
He's pointed different now again, Stan. Didn't catch him quick enough. We're trying to catch one of the guys in Porterville that checked in always at the end of the net. Over.
Okay.
somebody, Rob? Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Stan. I was coming back that way now.
Okay, no, I haven't. No, I thought you were going to give Eddie one more call. No, we're done. If you didn't get Eddie on 2 calls, he's probably not there.
Yeah, I'm back up your way again, Stan. AB6SR, KM6SR.
KM6SR. Yeah, you're about 5 and 7, Rob. Lovely signal here this evening. Back to you.
Yep, I got you there about S2 or so that's unusual. I don't hear the Bay Area very well, so good night tonight.
Yep, have a good evening. I shall go out and look at the moon again. Maybe I'm completely baying at the moon, so wish you all a good night. See ya.
That wasn't me, Stan, but we'll say 73, KM6SR.
Hey, Rob.
I think that was a moon fart in there.
Yeah, was that Ken?
I don't know who that little toot was.
Yeah, WA60IB. Hey, what do you think about Friday night bringing some cookies as well as all the root beer floats? Because there's a few people that can't drink the A&W, too sweet or whatever, but they can eat some cookies.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I usually just have ice cream because I don't care for the A&W.
Well, maybe that's good enough then. We won't worry about having anything else then. That'll be, if they can eat ice cream, what the heck. Okay, just a thought.
We might be able to get there. Are we invited, Judy and I?
Well, it's a radio club meeting, so you don't have to be invited.
I am not a member, you know.
As I said, it's a radio club meeting. Everybody's welcome. You don't need invitations to a club meeting. Nobody does.
Well, here's the deal. If Judy's daughter comes back, Judy's got her 2 dogs here, her dog and her daughter's dog, and her daughter went back up to Sonora for an appointment tomorrow. And if that all goes smoothly, she will probably come back by Friday. And that means Judy will be not worried about the dogs and we can come in. So that's the limiting factor. And Rob, maybe I can ride in with you if that works out. Otherwise, we'll figure out how to get there if we can do it. Over.
We'd love to have you, that's for sure.
Okay, thank you, Ken.
Yeah, I can come by and get you, no problem. Just need to know if that's what you want.
I'm figuring that we're not going to know for sure till about midday Friday, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I got lots of stuff here to keep you busy.
Okay. I'll try to keep you get you up to speed as quick as I can, and I'll mention it to Judy, and I'll see if I can entice her with root beer floats and cookies. Over.
Yeah, how can she resist? Ken, you guys got it all covered, or who's bringing it?
Well, I'm bringing the root beer and the ice cream. Other than that, everybody else is on their own. I'm bringing the most of it anyway.
Who's bringing the beer?
It's in with the roots.
Didn't get that.
Oh, I did.
Who's?
It's in with the roots, Mike. As in root beer?
Oh. The grain beer.
I'll bring my appetite, Ken.
I'm kidding.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm going to head back in the house and join the rest of the family there. Haven't had dinner yet. We got a bunch of stuff going on and whatnot, so she's got it. I think she's fixing it now. WA60IB.
Enjoy your dinner and take a couple of Tums.
Okay, Ken. Hey, I almost bought a trash can today. You still offer still on?
That's pretty exciting.
Well, no, I've got your trash can. Your Home Depot one. That's what you wanted. I mean, I'm going to replace the one exactly. So, anyway, yep, I'll bring it Friday.
Okay, I've been dodging the stuff I use it for, so that'll be fine.
I didn't think you used it for anything yet. It was brand spanking new. You just got it.
Yeah, the other one I had was a thinner one. It was falling apart and finally came apart, so I bought that one. So, yeah, I didn't have a chance to use it yet. I figured I'd use it on field day.
We did. It was well used, too well used. Yeah, I got an errant briquette that I thought was cool down, and it wasn't. So I burned a hole in his trash can there, Mike.
Oh boy, those damn Chinese garbage cans aren't worth a damn. How'd you burn a hole in it?
Well, they're plastic. I had a briquette. I thought all the briquettes were cooled off. I had them. They were hours and hours, and I stirred it all up and got nothing out of it heat-wise. So anyway, I threw them in the trash can, and one of them was still hot apparently because it melted a giant hole in the in the trash can.
Oh, okay, just big enough for the gophers to get in, huh?
Gophers and heck, you could put a possum through that hole.
Boy. All right, listen, 7-3, everybody. Aaron, you've been pretty quiet over there. I think you're exhausted from a full day of work. What do you think? He's putting the kids to bed.
Yeah, boy. I was sure exhausted. I actually took a nap this afternoon. When I got home, it was just, working out in the heat quite a bit up there at the Meadow Lake. So, but everything got done, so good deal.
Is Eli there tonight?
I don't know if he's staying with us or not. I haven't been back in the house. They went to church tonight, and so the three of them, Gwen and Andrea and Eli. So I don't know if he's going to stay the night. He's spent the last 2 nights with us.
I'd check him in if he was around.
Yeah, I don't know if he's around. If he is, he'd be in the house. They should be home. What time is it? Oh yeah, they're home by now. So, but I don't know if he's there. He may have went home with Mom.
All right, well, we'll let it go then. Thanks, Ken. 7-3. Good evening, Rob. 7-3. I haven't made a count here. You have to do that if you want, and then I'll get out of here and go in and give Judy the list.
Okay, Mike, and I'm flying solo because my wife's back in North Carolina.
I know.
Good night, guys. K6USY.
Oh, there he is. Good night. We said that to you earlier. You were very quiet tonight, except for working down the Tascadero way. 7-3, Aaron. Thanks again.
Yeah, I get distracted when I go off to 10 meters, and then, I've been listening. I just, was getting other stuff done. So, and now I'm going to go for a walk now that it's 84 degrees outside. K6USY.
Oh, is it down to 84? Okay. Okay. We were talking about exciting things like burning holes in garbage cans and stuff. 7-3.
7-3, Aaron, K6USY, KM6SR. Mike, I got a count of 41.
That's not bad. I'll put them down.
I'll put the list up to the Bozo Net IO and send you a copy.
Thank you.
K6MYC, KM6SR, 73, and enjoy your dinner. I'm going to finish mine.
Good night, Rob.